Hello everyone, my name is OhMyJeeves and welcome to the Hello World Let's Play series. It may only be episode 2, but this series can only be described as a blockbuster. Strap in and stay tuned because today we are building a squid farm. Ooh, squid. While it is only episode 2, I've already managed to change up the filming. I was intending to shoot the intros before clips for the rest of the video, but after a blunder in episode 1, thinking I could do the world tour and the squid farm in one go, and a week's holiday, I'm actually filming this after. So, let's start things off filling in what can only be described as an absolutely massive ocean platform. Start the time lapse. Yeah, had to stop the time lapse there because we have completely run out of, if I can just get this little one in the corner, stone, except for these 7 blocks. I definitely thought that 4 double chests of stone was going to be enough to create that platform, but apparently we are wrong. A considerable amount of time later. Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. I've done some resource gathering. Obviously, before I told you that we ran out of stone, so we now have a little bit more stone. If you're wondering why there's gaps in the boxes, it's just because I've just chucked all of the other stuff that I picked up back through the item sorter, which I'll have to sort out probably later. So I'm hoping that this will be enough now to finish the build, or at least that platform anyway, into the next part of the build. Also, that was really cool when I was stood like this, and like you get like the okay, no, I can't do it now. I was gonna say you get like the little purple glow off of the ender chest. Look! Oh, that's so cool. Right. Anyway, let's pick this stuff up and then let's head back out to our platform. If it's alright with you guys, I wanted to use this time lapse to have a quick chit chat with you about the reasons behind this channel and series, and also a couple of struggles I have had filming these episodes. So first up, for those of you who don't know, prior to YouTube, I've been streaming various video games on Twitch, and while I absolutely love it, I've struggled to find a solid 3 to 4 hour slot regularly to sit down and stream. Recently, I've discovered Hermitcraft, which got me thinking, why not try creating videos instead? So although it probably takes more time in total, it can be broken up more easily. Now, a popular feature of a typical Let's Play Minecraft video is the third-person time-lapse. It uses a second spectator account to give the view of a player, that's me, working on a build to give the viewer, that's you, a greater, more impressive perspective. I've tried to do a couple of these, but it's proving more difficult than I first thought. My PC seems to struggle to cope running that much stuff at once, and my laptop isn't capable of a high enough quality. I'm not giving up completely though, I'm just parking the idea for now while I find my feet and get this series up and running. Time-lapse chit chat over, let's get back to the episode. Guys, we did it! We did it! We've placed all of the blocks. The platform is now complete after an awful lot of resource gathering and other things. This thing is awesome, and apparently it's already got some civilians, some inhabitants, some rather unhappy looking. Oh my god, hello. Yeah, we've got some friends. Hey, buddy. Some creepy friends who keep trying to follow us. I was gonna say I think there was more of them a minute ago. But yeah, the platform is done. So I suppose we should have a little look at this thing, shouldn't we? So if we fly up and out, and if we turn around, look at that. About 50, it's approximately just under 15,000 blocks, this platform. And with the platform complete, we can now get on with building the rest of the farm. I did have a really nice little clip that was going to go in here explaining what the next step of building the farm is, which is essentially putting down a huge amount of powered rails and normal rails, which are going to make up essentially the collection or item collection system that's going to sort of operate underneath the farm. But it appears that video footage has been corrupted, so I'm going to have to make this little sequence do. So it turns out I had nowhere near enough rails and definitely nowhere near enough gold in order to make enough powered rails for what we need to do. Although I do have an amazing iron farm, I don't have a gold farm, so I've just popped over to use the yellow one's gold farm, which is pretty insane. I think we can all agree. I mean, look at this place. It looks absolutely crazy. You've got these 4 ginormous flickering nether portals where the pigments come in. You can see over there on the side of the screen, they drop down the hole, and then they definitely don't get incinerated. So while I'm just standing here AFK at the gold farm waiting for enough gold to turn around and make all the powered rails we need, I wanted to share something with you that's been bothering me this entire episode. I wanted to talk to you about the curse of this golden carrot. Now you're going to turn around and say that I'm being absolutely ridiculous, but this golden carrot is cursed. Okay? It will not stack with my other carrots, and nor will it allow me to eat it when I've tried. Granted, I know that my stamina is up right now, so I can't really prove that, but look. Look, I throw the carrot. See? Why does this not stack? And look, if I try to put this carrot onto... No, does not like it. So, okay. It turns out, I don't think that the curse of the golden carrot is actually a curse at all. I think someone has just renamed a golden carrot Golden Carrot. Now, I know that I definitely didn't do this, so I'm wondering if this is maybe a prank from Yellow. Either way, I'm pretty impressed. Something I did, however, fail to mention about the fact that I'm here is that while I am using the gold farm, I didn't actually ask Yellow if I could use the gold farm. So we should probably leave him a little sign, you know, somewhere really, really obvious where, you know, he's going to be able to see it. You know, nice and easily, something that's like not too hidden away or anything like that. I don't know, like, you know, like here. This is the perfect spot. I mean, could you miss this? I mean, could you miss this? Hey, Yellow, definitely. Actually, this is not going to work. I've got one sign. Hey, Yellow, thanks for letting me use your farm. Where's my face? Nice, of course, perfect. That's exactly in a completely unmissable place. I mean, look, could you miss that? Exactly. So with all the resources we need now gathered and crafted up, it's time to head back to the platform and start laying down those rails. Ta-da! Would you look at that? The platform's looking good, the rails are all in place, so I can now work on the next part of the farm, which I believe is either putting in the magma platform or working on the unload system part over here, which is not yet built. But that's coming right up. So, as you can see, I've done a little bit more work on the farm. It probably looks a lot more work than it actually is, but I promise you it is just one sort of I'm not going to say it's a simple redstone design, because I know that that is what unanimously people in the content creating community for redstone are hated for. So I'm not going to say that, but yeah, it's one piece of redstone that's repeated 12 times. So I thought before I carry on building any more of the farm, I'd take a quick stop to actually talk through how some of this redstone stuff is working and why it's in place. Because I do find a lot of the tutorial videos seem to just kind of like gloss over a lot of this, or just teach you how you know, how to put it in place rather than actually. Sorry, hungry. Yeah, they tend to gloss over the actual details of how it works and tend to focus more on just like showing you how to put it in place. So I thought what we would do is I would sort of give you like a quick whistle top talk through what's going on with this. Great, so I'm standing on my little plinth because I don't have the height from down here, so I had to make myself a little plinth. So the idea is, okay, is that hopper minecart would go all the way around several numbers of those rails and pick up drops from underneath the farm which we haven't built yet. And then what happens is that the minecart's going to come up these powered rails here, up this little staircase, and then come over the top of this hopper. When it comes over the top of the hopper, the items from within the minecart dropper, minecart hopper? Oh my lord, hopper, dropper. It's so confusing. Why can't they name it slightly different? Okay, right, minecart hopper. Apologies. So yeah, that minecart hopper will go and pick up loads of the drops. It'll then come over this hopper here, which will then start taking items out of the minecart hopper and putting them into the dropper below. Smashed it. Right, when that dropper starts filling up, that will then power this comparator coming out the back of it. That comparator will then power this block in front of it, which will power the comparator on the top of it, which will power the block in front of it. So like it's almost like a little staircase of its own in that regard. And then what that will do is that will depower the little torch on the back and depower this repeater. When this repeater gets depowered, it means this block is no longer powered, which means that this piece of powered rail here that's sitting just here on the top, that will no longer have power, which means that as soon as that first item drops in and that gets powered, that the minecart here, the hopper minecart, will actually just stop and wait there while it finishes dropping the items. And then as soon as there's no more items in the dropper, that will get repowered and send it on its merry way. Now also what happens is that when this particular block here is powered by, so the dropper gets powered, powers the comparator, powers this block, that will also not only just power the comparator above it, but it'll also power the sticky piston that is here. And so when that sticky piston gets powered, that's going to push down this observer, which will then go into the other observer facing it, and that is called an observer clock. So that will then create a ticking pulse, which means this will flick on and off, and when this torch flicks on and off, that will activate the dropper on and off, shooting the items out. Now the reason that we have this one tileable dropper design is because after this we're going to build like a water stream that runs all the way through there. So basically, so all of these sort of repeated dropper designs will drop into that water stream and collect all the items into one place. And that is pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of how that works, and then we can get on with the build. I'm just going to push this along here. If it goes, there we go. And I'm going to run to my plinth. There you go. So it chucked out the 5 items, it stopped up there, and then it carried on. Nice and easy. See? Not so bad at all. Right, so now we've first looked at that initial tileable design piece. You can see I've put in a little bit more now. So before I build the next bit, I thought I would literally just have it again, have a quick stop just to talk you through it. So what we've got is it looks like there's a lot more going on, but I assure you there's only actually 2 pieces I've added. So the first piece I've added is this long redstone line at the back, which basically there is a tile, like a lever at the other end of that redstone line, which then will extend all of these pistons and these blocks, pushing them over, which will then basically, it's essentially like a giant on-off switch for the entire thing. So at the moment you can see that the minecarts aren't running forwards and backwards continuously. And the second piece that I have added is I've added the water stream in, which pushes all of the drops out of the droppers down towards this end. So the final piece I've got to build in regards to this mechanism of the build is basically just the storage system. So I think what I'm going to do to start with is I'm just going to put in some like very, very bog standard, just like hoppers into chest sort of storage, but I will probably switch it out for item filters and something a little bit more sophisticated later once I know what kind of drops we're going to get. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this switch. We're going to have a little look at all of the sort of minecarts flying up and down, because I think that'll be pretty cool, and then I'm going to build the next bit. We go up and turn around. It's pretty cool. So now that our storage system, our dropper, water stream, minecart, on and off switch is all in place, We now need to work on building the giant platform. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have enough resources to do this in one go, but if not, I might have to go on a little resource gathering mission halfway through, but that's not going to be a problem, and I'm not going to bore you with the details of that. So what we need to do is we need to build a glass platform that goes all the way around the edge, and then we have to fill the middle in with magma blocks. And what that's going to do is it means that as things spawn within our giant chamber, they will all sink to the bottom and get killed by the magma. That is the general idea. So, catch you in a bit. And as you can see, we are back into another time-lapse chit-chat. So if you've been paying attention, you'll remember this is only episode 2 of this series, but also only the second video I have ever made. So I'm still experimenting with different editing techniques and the best way of putting clips together in a way that's the most entertaining for you guys as the viewers, which I've never really previously had to think about much as a streamer, so I would really appreciate your feedback. If you like these little short time lapses and chit chats, please do let me know. Hopefully what I've tried with this video is okay. I've opted for a couple of time lapses and tried to keep them no longer than a minute or two, so you don't feel like you're spending the entire video just watching me place blocks. Although I have mentioned earlier, I'm still working towards third-person time lapses. Or again, similarly, if you have a different idea or something you'd like to see me work on, please do share it with me. You can put all your feedback down in the comments section. As much as I enjoy making content and videos like this, you guys are my audience, so if you please share your thoughts with me, I can take them on board for future videos. Well guys, after what can only be described as some of the most frustrating hours of my life, the farm is finally finished. I'm pretty happy with it. I had a lot of problems. I mean, one is that I have no idea how I managed to do this. Apparently I managed to build the sort of like redstone hopper dropper contraption doobries too close. So then I was like, there was no way I was going to move all 12 of those modules after having the amount of time I've spent on this. It was incredibly frustrating. So I came up with this sort of half innovative design of chucking an extra glass block on the inside and mining out the block underneath to let them through. But in doing that, I sort of didn't really have my big brain on at the time, and then completely sort of... I'm just going to put this glass back in here. Not sure why that's missing. Yeah, I completely didn't think about the fact that by breaking the block, it's going to let the water through. So I had to replace the rails underneath here about three times from double mining or insta mining too quick. It was honestly just the most frustrating thing, literally, ever. But it is finished. It is now finished, and as you can see, if we look in some of the chests, we are starting to fill it up, and look at that. 18 ink sacs, and it's been going for minutes. Honestly, minutes, if that. And how many ink sacs we got? We've got one. I mean, obviously we're getting loads of other drops as well, but the main reason we built this was for the dye. So, what's that? 40 ink sacs, and it's been running for minutes. Oh, I lied. There's more there. We have over a stack. Over a stack of ink sacs. I've never been able to collect ink sacs this fast ever. So there is one teensy weensy bit of the farm I totally forgot to tell you guys about, which is what I'm currently standing on, which is the AFK platform. So as you can see, we've got a glass bridge that goes to a cobblestone tower. That's got a ladder on the other side of it for access for players to get up here. And the reason it's got to be a glass bridge is because you mustn't have any solid blocks above the water, for the same reason we built the huge platform that goes around the edge of this thing, which is the fact that if you build a platform of solid blocks over water, it prevents spawns. So this AFK point is about 30 blocks above the center of the farm. It ensures we get good spawn rates, and most importantly that the entire farm is all loaded. Oh my god. I totally forgot that if you... I did not realise this. That's brilliant. That's so funny. Super quick thing I completely forgot to mention that's really important. This farm design is by Silent Whisperer. Do go and check out his channel if you want to see the full specs for this farm or for various other bedrock farms. I've just finished putting together the video, and it seems I'm a minute or so short, so I thought I would have some fun editing. So do stick around for one final message from me. But that is it from me today, folks, for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like or consider subscribing. And remember, your feedback is welcome down in the comments section. See you later, guys.